I'm John Davis, and I'm here in the field in Junction, Texas.
And what you want to do is just soak the leaves.
Last episode, we were taking care of mesquite at the Texas Tech University Center at Junction. We learned about the importance of preserving the natural resources of the Texas Hill Country, which is something Kimball County Judge Delbert Roberts knows all about. Tell me a little bit about how you got into the watershed protection plan and working with Texas Tech to preserve the South Llano, or Llano, I guess, as you say down here.
It was probably more to do with Tom Arsuffi, Dr. Arsuffi with Texas Tech. We have been friends, acquaintances, and I actually for a number of years in my first tour of duty as county judge served on an advisory committee to the Board of Regents of Texas Tech for the satellite campuses in the Hill Country. Thank goodness we have well-educated individuals that with scientific data to back up their plan and educate those of us that are less educated. I also am a landowner in Kimball County. I absolutely cherish the resources that we have. We are blessed in that we haven't messed them up beyond a cleanup, but we should have started this plan 50 years ago.
And that effort to clean up the Llano River takes us a little further south from the Junction campus, to the South Llano River State Park, where a foreign invasion has already taken place. We're back out on the South Llano. It's 102 degrees, and I'm about to go kick some invasive alien species butt. That's what Tom is telling me anyway. Tom, exactly what am I going to kick butt?
Well, we're still on the watershed protection plan, and one of the elements that the stakeholders has recognized now as important is we've got some invasive species that have some minor populations on the river, and one of these is called arundo. Arundo donax, sometimes known as the giant cane. They are plants, they're green, they grow, they look like they're part of nature, but they're not. They're from other countries or other parts of the world, and when they get on our soils, they do things a whole lot differently than what they do in their native countries.
So where did this come from?
This comes from the Mediterranean and Asia, and the studies that are now being conducted along the Rio Grande, especially in California. California spends $75 million a year just to try to control this arundo species. The Rio Grande is choked with arundo on both sides. It's a border security issue, and what really gets our attention is this species uses 3 times as much water as our native species. Some of the calculations has been for every acre of arundo that you see, it's transpiring 4 acre-feet of water a year. That's a lot of water, especially when you put a price tag on that amount of water. That's water that's not going into the river, that's not water that's going for human consumption, that's not water that's going for wildlife. And these species actually clog the river, make navigation difficult. So we've got a few populations on the river, and we want to nip them in the bud before they become a problem like they are in other states or in other parts of the country.
So how are we doing?
The way we're going to do it is, in this particular case, we're going to do some herbicide treatment. And in the background, you can see what a huge stand is. This is a small stand. It hasn't taken over the entire river. You can see its potential.
I see. Well, let's go get them.
All right.
All right. Wow, that's huge. I'm 6'4". This has got to be what, 20 feet high?
I think something like this shows everybody the magnitude of the problem and how difficult it's going to be to control arundo over large scales. So that's why it's a good thing that we've recognized it's here. We've got some small islands of arundo. We're going to nip it in the bud before it becomes a big problem like it is on the Rio Grande and other parts of the world. So what we're doing up here benefits not only the South Llano River and the North Llano River, but it's going to benefit downstream because that means there's going to be more water in the river. That benefits everybody, including wildlife and humans.
Excellent. Well, let's do it. How do I do this?
Prime the pump, John. Here, I'll hold that while you put the back.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we got today. We'll see you next time on In the Field. Die! Die! Are you a fan of hot, sweaty research action? Come on, who isn't? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.